Hi everybody, thanks for tuning into the channel. This is going to be just a quick kind of showcase of thumb picks. There's a lot of different thumb picks to choose from. If you do fingerstyle guitar, sometimes you want to have a little more oomph to your bass, and a thumb pick's a good deal. Sometimes I wear thumb pick and finger picks. A lot of times I just play thumb pick and bare fingers. So I've got several to show you here. We'll start off with the most basic one. This is the one that I started out with, the same kind of, this is your national thumb pick. This is the ones that you'll find in the music store. They're kind of like shaped like this. They have the end of it is kind of this little hook shaped kind of thing. And when you put them on, they kind of stick out from your thumb like this off to the side. Now, one of the things with these, they stick out pretty long way. I mean, you could use these for playing dobro or pedal steel, and that gives you a little more reach. You might want to file one of these down if you like this kind. This is a large, and they're pretty heavy. I mean, it's like thick like a quarter, but it does have a One of the downsides of this is because of the shape, you really can't do any upstrokes with it. You're all limited to downstrokes. Pretty much with a thumb pick, that's what you're going to do most of the time anyway. But there are some that are made to maybe give you the opportunity to do some switch between flat picking and finger picking. I'll show you a couple of those in just a second. But this is your classic, nylon Dunlop, or not Dunlop. Yeah, this is a Dunlop. National or Dunlop are the two main brands that you find of these. They're almost identical. They're made of the same kind of stuff. Sometimes you'll see them in white, black, or this kind of tortoise kind of color. They're nice. They'll last you for years. Let's see. The next one I graduated onto using these several years ago. This is made by Herco. And this is a pick that's shaped, like I'm going to flip around the other way here. This is a thumb pick, but you notice it's shaped like a flat pick. That's a pretty handy thing. If you're used to flat picking and strumming the guitar, this is a very familiar shape, but it just happens to have the little loop to go over your thumb. This is heavy. It comes in different gauges. That's the heavy. These stay on your thumb pretty good. They're a little bit thinner than the big Dunlops, but one thing I like about them is that they're shorter here too. They're the Dunlop. I mean the ones I just showed you, the Dunlop or the Nationals, they stick way out, and so this is actually a little bit closer to where you would have, and you could hold it like a finger pick. So if you wanted to. So you could basically. Not much for flat picking on a 12 string, but it is possible to do it with one of these because it's right there in the same shape that you would be holding the thumb pick. You just have to grab it like this and you can strum with it. There's a light gauge version of it. They come in different colors, like my yellow one here. This is a medium. I'll wet my finger just a little bit. Finger's kind of dry. And now the medium, I like the sound of the medium. Flexibility, but it is because it's a medium. It's not quite as thick around the top here, and it doesn't feel quite as secure on your hands if you're really doing some fast finger picking. And I have had these fly off on me, which is kind of embarrassing. Luckily, it never did it in front of an audience, but I have been practicing and just really ripped into the guitar, so whoosh, flying off, just because it doesn't squeeze down on your finger quite so tight. So, knowing that's a problem, there's these Black Mountain picks now. I've seen these advertised. I've talked about them before here on the channel. These Black Mountain picks, they have a spring in the top of them, so you can open them up and it will squeeze onto your finger, and it holds very, very securely. The fit is real good. It's shaped like a flat pick on the bottom, but it's a little bit longer than the Herco. Maybe this will wear down some over time, or I suppose I could sand it if I wanted to. These also come in different gauges. This one is like a medium. So this is the medium, and being a medium, it doesn't really give you the bass oomph, but it sounds nice and smooth and it feels pretty good. And you could also, this one out of all these different kind of thumb picks, if I wanted to strum, this one you can really pick up and down with. The light gauge of this makes that real possible and real doable. And it really holds tight to your thumb, and it doesn't squeeze it to death. And I know this, I thought it was a gimmick at first when I first saw them, but they're quite good. And then this one is same kind of thing, black mountain pick, but this one is a heavy, and the colors, like the light blue is the medium or the medium light, and this is the heavy. And so this one's a little bit stiffer, and definitely you can hear the difference in the bass end. So, short and sweet, thumb picks can do a lot of cool stuff for you, give you that driving kind of sound. It can help you have a little more crisp bass, a little more control over that bass end sound. They sound great on a 12 string, sound good on a 6 string, but you can help pull your bass lines out a little bit more. If you're singing and accompanying yourself, that can give you a little more propulsiveness in your music to help support it and make it more rhythmic. And it takes some getting used to using one. I remember when I first started using them, they felt so awkward, and with finger picks too, so especially awkward. But there's several you can try out there. There's the National and the Dunlop, the Herco that's shaped like the flat pick, and then these new Black Mountain picks. I like all of these. I've used all of them, and I have to tell you, these Black Mountain picks are kind of cool, though. I'm liking them a whole lot. But I haven't had one fly off my fingers yet when I'm playing really fast or really hard. So that says a lot. Thanks for watching the channel. If you find this useful, like, subscribe, and share. If you have a thumb pick or something that you really like, put something in the comments and let's share it out with the community here. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.